St Helens starting 13 is as good as it gets. Danny Richardson in at scrum half with the French international Tiafage injured, but otherwise that's exactly the 13 you'd expect when they're all fit. Wakefield have had so many disruptions this season, so many injuries to key players. So today, number 32, Jack Croft, is a 19-year-old centre on debut. Winger Lee Kershaw only made his debut a month ago.
It's a 7-tackle set, so that will be the 0 before the tackle count starts now.
There's Makinson. He's always seeking an opening wherever it finds him on the field. He will search and search. Very often finds an opening as well. Roby in at dummy half. We're expecting him to do big minutes today. Aaron Smith, the young hooker, not on the bench today. Morgan Knowles can always push up into that position, but Roby is more than capable of doing a full 80 minutes when called upon. Thompson with a drive in. St Helens advancing nicely down this line side with Lomax, who shows a little bit of a dummy, and it's going to be the first try of the game with 2 minutes played. Lachlan Coote is over. You always sense that Wakefield were dancing on the rim of an active volcano coming into this game.
They hit the short side, they've got numbers there, they're trying to paddle backwards, buy a bit of time, but Lomax just hit the gap, picked up the inside support runner for a very, very good try indeed.
I'm not sure, you know, if you just watch it there, Donny Brough, his hand heavily strapped, you know, and he's just shown the inside and he's taken it.
Tanginoa, the new signing, the Australian, just arrived from Manly just a couple of weeks ago. Brough to that left-hand side. Miller now. Into the fullback is Hampshire. Hampshire gets a pass away. It's a reach. It's a try. It's a try on his debut from Jack Croft. Well, the shock there about the penalty for dissent was that it didn't come against Danny Brough. He's a normal chirper-in-chief, isn't he, as far as Wakefield are concerned. Here's Zeptaya. Little sashaying at the hips. He's just signed up for another year or so, hasn't he, Zeptaya, this week? Alex Walmsley will bludgeon it forward again. Well, look where they are. And they've got a penalty. They got a penalty. Just reflecting the groan of disappointment that went around the stadium when they elected to go for 2 rather than run the ball. The kick's gone over from Coote, 2 out of 2 for him. St Helens do have the lead. So 8 points to 6, St Helens lead. Danny Brough with the restart. His hand heavily strapped up. To remind you, he only had the pins, the wire taken out of that hand 2 days ago. Very little movement in his hand, Danny Brough. Richardson going right. Little duck from Nagama. St Helens beginning to move with Metis again, back to where they want to be. Makinson with another carry.
Right, go free.
Walmsley with a soft hand. You could hear the intensity of that little challenge, and Tyler Randall has come off second. In fact, Craig Kopchak has come off second best. Zeptaya stretching through again. Percival has it. Grace to his outside. Grace's way is blocked. Tries to find a little avenue between those defenders, and he's held up just short. The referee's going to stop it here because of the injured player in back play.
It's Johnny Kerman.
Possible head injury.
He's back on the defensive line here. Richardson inside to Roby. Knowles to Lomax. Peru coming on at pace. Wakefield reading the situation. And that was the 6th, so it's a handover. Just a sense of a gathering storm here as St Helens find themselves in decent position at the start of the set. Hammered in the first instance by Thompson. Left it comes. Richardson now across the line. Zeptaya 15 away, but 4 tackles to go, and all the pace and handling ability in that St Helens side suggests they'll get closer still here. Roby out of dummy half, goes right. Knowles. Richardson offers it to one, throws the long pass out wide, and the spectacular finish by Tommy Makinson.
There's the field position, there's the shape play, lovely pass from Richardson there, and perhaps Bishop just a little too tight, but what a fantastic finish from Makinson.
It's amazing finish, but just Lachlan Coote's dummy run, he just holds Ben Bishop in a little bit, and a beautiful pass.
The standout player last year, and that's not a bad kick That's not a bad kick. Lachlan Coote puts it over. He remains foot perfect as well. 3 out of 3, 14 points to 6. St Helens lead this now. Chest out, bends down, picks it up, throws it left to Miller. Hampshire's lost it. Hampshire's lost it. You can give up the chase now because as soon as it gets to Regan Grace, surely he's not going to be caught. Oh, look at Ben Jones Bishop. Ben, it's Nagama. It's Nagama. Who's going to be held up 5 out. Makinson bowls it right to Richardson. Richardson now, and there's the gap, and there's another. There's another. Morgan Knowles, who plunges over. St Helens do have back-to-back tries.
Yeah, here we are, good field position, but again, it's a poor pass, knocks it on, Peru gets it, everyone thinks Nagama can make it, but it's brilliant chasing back. Look at the both wingers closing down on him, they both kind of get to him, but keep their composure. Makinson gets the ball away, and then once that pass is in, it's a simple finish. And very, very unfortunate for Wakefield Trinity. That's so important. The execution has got to be important. You can't give opportunities, you know, to the quality side like Saints. A fumble and good execution by Saints. You've got to try and cut the errors and keep your discipline.
Okay.
Percival. He's
Move, Craig!
been out recently as well with injury. Zeptaya lobs it over to Richardson.
Well, they're certainly moving this Wakefield side about, aren't they? Deep in their own half, St Helens.
Peru.
Go to
Roby. And Thompson, who just sticks that ball underneath his right arm and charges in as hard as he can. He does that time and time again. And warms it with a fantastic pass. Absolutely sensational. And a weaving run from Knowles here. He's eventually dragged down. But what about that pass from Wormsley? Penalty for St Helens.
Ryan Hampshire has to spend 10 minutes on the sideline.
There's a kick from Coote. 20 points to 6. The last, they'll be looking for Danny Brough. A little bit of magic from that left foot again. Oh, it's behind the 40-metre mark. I tell you what. That was very nearly a 40-20. Lachlan Coote, the touch judge has said, threw it back into the field of play before he went out.
Beautiful play, Lachlan Coote. A lovely kick again. Just watch this. He knows he's not going to stay in. Foot's in the air, get back inside.
That was brilliant from both the kicker and the defender, and this is brilliant as St Helens swing through again. Nagama's on the inside. Oh, he tried the double pump. Why did he pass it first time?
off, out.
Lomax. Coots again right into the defensive line before throwing the pass out to Percival, who's fending off Randall. Fending off Wood, and pass away, and he's there on the outside. Percival, he started it, he's looking to finish it, the flick pass. Well, there's complaints from Tommy Makinson to his teammate about that pass. Little point to the head by Percival, I think in self-acknowledgement that was a bit of a brain explosion, but he might get another chance here. His teammates certainly do.
10 seconds.
I think Tommy Makinson made sure that he knew it was a brain explosion.
Okay, shot clock off.
Tommy was ready to fly in at the corner again, wasn't he? But he needed the ball in his hands. He needed a good pass. Here's Coote, puts it. Oh, he's dummied. Roby.
Stand, one, wait, go on.
Little glance to his left, but he's going right. Wormsley keeps them honest. Keeps them working hard down the middle.
Two, move, Epe. Wait, go.
Roby's
two.
counting numbers, and he goes left to Coote, and Coote puts it over the top. Here's Regan Grace. Percival, and good work from Kershaw, who I have to say is the oldest looking 20-year-old I've ever seen, Lee Kershaw.
I thought they defended very, very well, man short.
And now they get the way round, and it's Regan Grace who finds a way to score, and St Helens, it seems, are always on the brink of finding a way to score.
Roby there, he notices it's 2-on-1 down the short side. Wakefield, a man down, they take full advantage of it. The marker sinks in, it makes it a 2-on-1 play, and it's quite a simple try there.
And Kershaw is the winger.
Wakefield are compounding things by giving penalties away as well, so the dominating possession whilst there is a man down.
Thompson with a drive. St Helens leading 24-6. Remember this time last year they got another penalty here. Just a studying concentration as he readies himself here with that left foot again, and this time he has put it over, so they can chant his name again.
Shot clock, okay?
Here we go. Last play of the half. Danny Brough. Randall puts it back. Hampshire's in falls. The hooter sounds, still they play on. They'll try to keep it alive. They do so, but St Helens defence absolutely determined. Morgan Knowles gets in there with the tackle. St Helens on their own line at the moment. Miller to King to Brough. And the slide kick in, and Randall will gather it up and score the try. Wonderful, wonderful return by Hampshire. Picked up by Wood, who carries it on. Oh, he looked for the offload, And he's knocked it on, but Lomax in with a thunderous shoulder.
There's half a chance, but my word, what a tackle this is.
It's a famous old name from rugby league. That period in the early 60s, they were one of the powerhouses, weren't they, Wakefield? But several falls from grace since. Joseph Paolo offers it on, and Zeb Tyre says thank you very much, and scores an easy try, and that absolutely puts St Helens back in the driving seat again.
Oh, beautifully finished. Just watch, they work it away. Ball handling, and you're running at the left hand of Danny Brough again. Just watch it. He just runs the inside shoulder. Danny Brough, with the injury is, you know, poor defensive effort by the two Wakefield players there.
They're really well organised. They work very hard for each other. There's some stick in the collision. They control the ruck. My word, they're a good team.
Joseph Paolo throwing it away, but Roby's there to take it. See the extra 22 tackles that Wakefield have had to make. That's nearly 4 sets extra of defensive work they've had to do than their opponents here today. And Zeb Tyre is off again, and he'll look to his right-hand side, and Lachlan Coote is there, and he's not going to make it, so he invites Mark Percival to finish it all off underneath the sticks.
I think you've hit it there, Jonathan. They're very, very smart again where they're running. And through it comes the other side of the defensive line. Look at the supports steaming through, but look at the composure and the awareness as well, the vision to pick the right players out. It's absolutely first class. First of all, Taylor, he picks the right support player out. He's got one on his outside, one on his inside. He picks up the inside support player, Coote. He's aware of Percival coming from outside to inside, and over he goes. That's quality support.
England, he didn't look. It was a no-look pass, but it wasn't a great one, and he's lost it. And off they go again, Zeb Tyre, and it's going to be Lomax who skips away. Danny Brough with a brave effort, especially given the hand injury. But Lomax is over.
You see here, there's the error.
Again,
here he goes.
Pressure.
And then there's Roby one side, Lomax other side. There you go, Johnny Lomax. Get your name on the try list.
Well, we've had a recount.
Yeah, Coral Challenge Cup man of the match, Zeb Tyre.
Move, Anthony.
James Roby at dummy half. So they go back to 2008, last time St Helens played in a final. James Roby, the only survivor from that day at Wembley.
And he's still an integral part of this side, you know. He's been on 80 minutes, now look at him, and he's just firing.
Oh, here they go again. Lachlan Coote looks, and Nagama's going to put the foot down, and this time Ben Jones-Bishop won't get there, and Nagama scores and make that 8 tries with now 8 different scorers. They're all getting their names on the score sheet here.
They're absolutely out on their feet now because they've defended and worked their way out. But brilliant break. He puts his foot down. He wants to get on the score sheet. It's a brilliant finish. Another great try by St Helens.
Again, it's really smart. They took the short side. It became 4-on-2 because there's a late switch from Richardson, and they made full use of that. More attackers than defenders.
Nagama is making Cern. Off he goes. He trusts his pace, but he doesn't quite get on the outside. He's still going. Oh, and he kicks it straight to Ryan Hampshire. And Hampshire can run it back here, sidestepping the referee.
Hold. Go on.
Roby. Richardson. Is there one last minute of flash and glory to come? No, there's not. The ball rolls out of play. That will be it. I'm pretty sure nobody's in a rush to stop the clock here. Shot clock's on, but it's all academic because they count it down from 59 to 80. 80 minutes played, and for the majority of those 80 minutes, St Helens absolutely scintillating.